I just want to give a little food for thought. You gotta grind when you come to Arizona, man. You gotta grind. Things ain't that slow, like I've been told. Things ain't that easy, like I've been told. You gotta get your grind, your hustle on. And if you do, then things will work out for you. So, don't sit back. Don't wait for things to happen. Don't wait on things. Don't don't try to sit back and think that you let me see what happens here and there and stuff like that. You constantly keep things going and you make things work for you. That's what it's about. Making it work for you. That's all. Because I care. I want everybody to do well. Everybody. The bubble stopped.
Every single day, I'm gonna make something great. That's my way. Every single day, I'm gonna make something great. That's my way.
What's good, y'all? You see behind me, there is the moon. That's way up there. That is the moon. And I've been outside for a minute. It's about 6 a.m. right now.
Man, I tell you what, Hank, about it and ain't gonna mean it alive, man. It's like this, man.
All right. My phone's crazy because it has these pop-ups. Advertisements that come on and it cuts the recording off. And I'm not liking that right now. It's not cool. So, I want to talk to you guys about some things that I noticed in Arizona. There are people that I know personally who, before I even got here, were struggling with their job, were struggling with their income, were struggling with getting around. And I've been here a little over a year and a half now. And the people who were here like a year before me or more, they basically are still going through different struggles. I know many people here, and I've talked to I've met so many different people now since I've been here. And when it comes to employment, working, a lifestyle, you have to basically, you have to evaluate your life and you got to do what works for you. But at the end of the day, you have to sit back, think, and say, what works for me, does it also pay the bills? It's real important to be an independent person, a supportive person, a person who can hold it down. Like, in this world, there are people who are so many different levels of people. People who are established, people who are hungry and working towards getting established, and then there's people who just can't seem to get it together. So at the end of the day, the choice is yours, whatever you want to do. But the jobs that are here that's with anything in life. Like they say, you want to take the high road or you want to take the low road. Everybody has these choices to make. Nobody can, like, even with me talking to you guys. Like, I'm not telling you what to do. I'm not saying that it's only this way, that it's only this way. It's many different ways things can be done in life. Many. For instance, I'm just worked with my instructor for massage. We work for the same company. I was working there first, and I suggested to her, or I told her that I was working here, and she ended up coming to work here also. Now she was working for another place on top of, teaching at the school. But she was working at another place, and she recommended me to go to the place where she was at. And there was a couple of other of my fellow students that were there, my fellow classmates, I should say. I talked to the owner and everything, and a couple of locations, and choice was up to me to come work there. But the thing is, I decided that wasn't going to be a good fit for me for many different reasons. And at the end of the day, you have to, like I said, what works for one person does not work for the next person. You got to map your plan out. You got to map your life out. You got to decide on what will work for you the best way. I've come here because I've thought about this. I've planned this out. I did not know what I was going to do as far as work, but your boy has drove Uber. I drove for Lyft. I went to school. I successfully completed being a massage therapist. I'm currently working at a company doing that. The company also hooked me up with a high-end salon, and I'm working there. And it's only a couple of days, because you have to crawl before you walk. You have to ease into things. Then I also have my own business doing massage therapy, concierge, where I go to people's homes. That I haven't even really, I've been doing word of mouth now, and I've been very busy. On top of being a hairstylist that I work 40 hours a week. And I'm just transitioning from hairstylist to massage therapist. I want to be able to work Monday through Friday, no weekends. That was my plan. That was one of the reasons why I decided on coming here, because I couldn't be able to do that working in New York. New York is a constant grind. And your boy's been working since I can remember, man. I've been paying rent in the house since I was in 11th grade. And I'm not taking nothing away from anybody and stuff, but I'm just saying, here you have to really want to hustle, want to grind. You can't have anything given to you. My girl, she's a different type of person where she's on a different level where, she has education. She's very well educated. She has a master's degree, and she's in a whole nother different type of situation. She's been to the point where she was in a job hunt for a few months. But the thing is, she switched from job to job. But the thing is, she constantly grinds. She constantly stays focused. She doesn't sit back and let too much time go by before she grabs onto something. And that's the thing, that's the key. You gotta be able to, you can't just be content with working a basic job and complaining. You have to be able to work, grind, juggle a few things. Sometimes it doesn't happen, things don't happen the way we want to, where, I would like to make 6 figures. I would love to. I would love to say, I'm quitting all my jobs, and all of a sudden, boom, magically delicious, I just become, a six-figure man. Does that happen like that? Not hardly. Is it impossible? No. But what are the odds? And at the end of the day, I just figure, juggling a few jobs, putting in some time and effort, then things eventually fall into place. One thing leads to the next. That's why, driving Uber and Lyft, that wasn't something to do forever, but it helped me get to the next stage in life. I let that go. I haven't done that in about 6 months now. Feels good, but that's something that I went through. It helped me to get to where I'm at now, and what I'm going through now is going to help me to get to where I'm going also. Where am I going? I have a few different options. I just don't have one specific thing that I'm planning. I have a few different options that I'm planning, that I'm working with. So, also I noticed with jobs, because I've been promised some help with some jobs. I've been promised a few things. I've been promised, because a lot of times there's some jobs that, can help you when you know somebody, and it can help you to get into employment when you know somebody on the inside. But you can't put all your money, you can't bank on that. You can't worry about that. You can't worry about what the next person's doing, how the next person's living. So what if somebody's like doing so great, so well, and making this much and that much? That's them. They did what they had to do to make it work. So my thing is like, what am I doing to make things work for me? So I'm just saying that, there's people who's promised me jobs on the inside and things, and they never came through. Do I sit in the corner and cry about it? No. Do I let it stop my hustle and my grind? Definitely not. Now the landscapers come out. Well, anyway, my major point is, if you're coming to Arizona, you have to be able to get your grind on, hustle. It'll be well worth it. And you might have to do a few things, but it'll pan out. You can't just sit back and expect the things just to fall into your lap. Things ain't gonna happen. It don't happen like that, man. It's not life. Life, it's like for every action there's a opposite and equal reaction. So if you are not really grinding, you're not going to get no benefit. If you're really grinding, if you're juggling, you're trying to make things fit, and you're stacking things and working towards the next thing, most likely things work out for you. Most likely things get to that next level of life to where, things get better. Like they say, light at the end of the tunnel. It's not always great. It's not always an easy road. It don't matter. Nothing don't matter about where we were yesterday or last week or last month or last year or 5 years ago. Like, nothing matters about that. Who cares? Who cares about that? It's what's going on right now and what you're doing tomorrow, what you're doing next week, what you're doing next month. Like, that's what matters. Like, we don't live in the now. Forget living in the past. Forget living in the future. Like, you gotta think and plan, yes. And you can reminisce, yes. But I'd rather talk about what's going on right now and enjoy right now and live that best life right now. I'm not gonna make this video no longer because that guy, which is all good because they keep up the premises really nice. It always stays clean here. So I just want to give a little food for thought. You gotta grind when you come to Arizona, man. You gotta grind. Things ain't that slow, like I've been told. Things ain't that easy, like I've been told. You gotta get your grind, your hustle on. And if you do, then things will work out for you. So, don't sit back. Don't wait for things to happen. Don't wait on things. Don't try to sit back and think that let me see what happens here and there and stuff like that. You constantly keep things going and you make things work for you. That's what it's about. Making it work for you. That's all, because I care. I want everybody to do well. Everybody. The bubble stopped. So yeah, on that note, holla at your boy. Bald head and beard. I said, bald head and beard. And I'm out, y'all. I said, I'm out.
It's like you're born into this world, man. It's like dust in the wind. You don't need no man, don't need no man. It's like you're born into this world, man. It's like dust in the wind. You don't need no man, don't need no man.